Adam Bierman back with Breezin with Bierman, Jody Wood. And I don't know if I wanted this major star back, but he's back. I'd have to thank Jody Wood. That's how high on the horse I am. We have Robert Downey Jr. here.
Yeah.
Jody, what's Robert doing? What's happening? I don't even know.
He's just, preparing for the interview.
Just checking my Facebook like anybody else would,
You get a lot more hits than I do, and that makes me jealous.
Well, I can't keep up with it all. I usually just have somebody else to do it. But I wanted to come on today to announce that I'm going to be connecting with my fans in a more intimate way, if you will. I'm going to be offering this promotional greetings. So if you remember my scene in Jericho Mountain, is it better to be feared or respected? I say, is it too much to ask for both? With that in mind, I'd like to humbly present the crown jewel of the Stark Industries Freedom Line. It's the first missile system to incorporate our proprietary repulsor technology. They say the best weapon is one you never have to fire. I respectfully disagree. I prefer the weapon you only have to fire once. That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far. Find an excuse to let one of these off the chain, and I personally guarantee you the bad guys won't even want to come out of their cave. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to take that and I'm going to substitute for weddings and so forth. So, for example, what's your wife's name?
Sally.
Sally. Is it better to be feared or respected? Sally says, is it too much to ask for both? With that in mind, I'd like to humbly present the crown jewel of the Sally's family line tree. She's the first Smith to incorporate their proprietary repulsor technology. They say the best woman is one you never have to marry. Jody respectfully disagrees. He prefers the woman you only have to marry once. That's the way Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far. Find an excuse to put a ring on her finger, and I personally guarantee you the boyfriends won't even want to come out of their cave. So that will be available on my website.
Okay, yeah.
What is your website?
RobertDowneyJr.com.
Awesome. What's the point of it?
Just to connect with my fans and give them an opportunity to, connect with me.
You're almost like someone playing Robert Downey Jr. doing a Downey Jr. skit. I don't really know what you were talking about. Maybe it was just me, but what was
No,
that?
see, that's a scene from my Jericho Mountain from Iron Man 1.
Oh, okay.
And so that's kind of a famous scene. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but a lot of people...
Oh, actually, it was dramatic, and so they love that, and they love that about you. And
Yeah.
you think they get you in real life doing that or something.
Yeah, people like all kinds of dumb stuff. You could buy it for if you're the Bachelor, if you're the best man or something. You wouldn't even necessarly need to
Is
buy
insulting your fans a good way to get business, though? I don't get. You said dumb stuff.
No, this is donated. All the proceeds go to Random Acts of Kindness, my favorite charity.
And what do they do?
They go around and they just randomly make people's day.
Kind of people.
Yeah. So
Random acts of kindness. You might want to try that sometime.
Well, not after this, because I don't know what's going on even right now. So
And
anyway,
this is your show.
Oh,
that
yes.
was anyway. I just wanted to let people know that that's going to be available.
That was really
shortly.
dramatic, though. I'll say that, though. And I'm not that. I didn't watch Iron Man that much, unfortunately, though. I mean, I loved you. I loved you in other things, and those Roger Hughes films.
I know
John
you
Hughes
did.
films.
So, but
John
if you,
Hughes.
Roger Hughes.
Yeah.
He was a football coach at Princeton.
anyway, while I'm here, do you have any other questions for me that you'd like to ask?
Yes. You gave me a card. You were in some business. That's a business. This is the business you're talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And all that stuff is done for charity.
Yes.
Of course, your acting work, you get paid millions.
Well, it's a charity for my retirement account.
Like you'll ever have to retire.
My wife, really, it's her charity.
Daniel Day-Lewis just announced his retirement from the acting industry. What do you think of that? Does anyone ever really retire?
Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking about retiring. Now after acting for so long, me and the wife are just kind of looking forward towards this transitionary period. But transitions are always so tough because you simultaneously feel like limited by something, but also encouraged by it. So I think no matter what you're doing, you reach that point where you want to try something different and something new, but you feel limited by what you've done, but you also feel encouraged by it. So I think that, if he wants to try something else, he should do that. And if he wants to act and go back to acting, then he should do that. Life is short and you should experience all kinds of things.
It's kind of vague. You're intellectual. You're like vague and all over the place. But
Well, I don't
sometimes
mean
it
to
makes
be
sense,
so kind of rigid and professorial about it, but I just think that, nobody realizes, what the way I think, and you have to put that in context.
Well, no one can really understand how you think because you seem like you're in a different plane.
Yeah, a different plane. You see all the angles and you have to explain them, and at the same time you get lost in your own head thought.
No.
Sometimes I think I get you, but I
No,
don't.
It's kind of frustrating sometimes,
Yes.
isn't it?
I don't mean to be so kind of professorial and rigid about it, but it's just kind of common sense, isn't it? Most of what I say.
But like with your wife at home with the kids, I mean, do you go off in 3 different explanations about how to feed the dog and why the dog might be fed? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I'm praising you. You have this mind,
No, I mean, at home it's like I come in the door and it's not like people are like applauding and go, oh wow,
No, it's your
Robert
home.
Downey Jr.'s got home. It's like more like, Susan's like, did you just leave the cat out? And I'm like, I don't know. Did I just leave the cat out? You're the one that's always
Do we
leaving
have
the
a
cat
cat?
out.
Do we have a cat? Exactly. Exactly.
Speaking of cats, get upstairs.
Yeah,
Anyway,
but does Robert Downey Jr. then come home, have lemonade, watch a ball game or a
Yeah,
Scrabble?
sure. I'm no different than
You a sports
anybody
fan?
else. I come home and, sit around for half an hour and meditate, and then I practice my
everybody else
Tai
does,
Chi, and then I do my yoga. So I'm no different than anyone
Well,
else.
Right, you're just like the regular Joe.
Yeah, what about Johnny Depp, though? This is what I found arrogant about Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp makes a lot of money, not his own money, and they ask him, do you care if this film makes it? And he goes, I don't care. I'm doing the art. Now, isn't that kind of full of it? Isn't Johnny a little full of it?
Yes, I say so. People ask me, does it bother you if these big budget movies? And I always say, like, the more money you have riding on it, the more you need that extra special sauce. And I'm not saying that I'm that secret sauce, but I do know I don't know when we're even close.
Isn't there a rule like actors aren't supposed to talk about other actors? Like,
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
go
why I
on,
didn't
ripping
really say
Johnny
anything too nasty about
Yeah,
Mr.
but aren't you
Depp.
beyond that anyway? You have your life, you have Iron
Yeah.
Man, you have your wife, you've made a lot of money in the bank. You seem like the kind of guy who could go off to a desert island, kind of like Marlon Brando, look at feces, read poetry, and be happy. I mean, that's true, man, in a way?
Yeah, at this point in my life, at 52, it's really not about catch up or catching up. It's about making space for what essentially I've never had time for. Essentially on and off since I was like 17 or 18. I've been I've gotten a call sheet as many times in a row as mornings in a row as not, and like I said, it's not about catching up. It's more about just making space and time for what I haven't been able to before.
Mm-hmm. You're spacing out a little bit, but it's fine. Can we do some Jody Wood trivia? Because this man brought you here. And you have,
Sure,
even though,
sure.
And so,
Love this man.
I love this. He's done a lot for you. He brought you back here. And I'm
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's good or not. But
Okay. We wish we had more people, but we'll try it this way. Some of it's multiple choice. I have to speak fastly because we're aboard. Jody Wood. He's from this New York City borough. This is
Brooklyn.
no.
Oh, Staten
He
Island.
didn't
Yes.
even wait for the ADD. The ADD didn't wait for me. I'm ADD. It's going to give you multiple choice.
Oh, I
Fine.
thought this was like first answer.
He was just
first
being a DICK.
contestant.
Yeah,
That's
thank
all.
you. A dick too.
Yeah.
Okay. His favorite professional baseball team is it the New York Giants, the New York
Yankees.
Correct.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's killing. How many heart attacks has Jody had? 0, 2, 1, or he's
Zero.
just acting?
Half.
0.
Half. I think a half.
Probably
Half a
he's
heart.
getting
He's so
close.
insightful.
He's getting close.
He
I
could
think.
be acting, though. We don't know.
Keep this up. I'll have a heart attack right now.
He was in the famous movie in the early 90s, L.A. Vice, Mulholland Drive.
Law and Order.
That's a TV show.
That's a TV show. L.A. Confidential. Which one?
Oh. Law and
LA
Order.
No,
No, that's a TV
I
show.
swear to God, everything I've done in my career, everybody always talks about
Okay.
Law and Order.
If Jody was gay, and you came to our acting class once to witness, the pedestrians.
Yeah, he does.
He'd
kinda
most
have an
likely want to
effeminate
sleep
side, I
with
would
what
say.
person in that acting class, including me? I think you know the answer.
Yeah, Ed.
Ed!
I thought,
I was just
me.
hearing.
Richard.
Me.
Yeah, in your dreams.
What kind of dumb game is this?
2 minutes. So
2 minutes.
Robert, he did pretty well. Okay, and finally, follow question, then you can talk about anything else you want to talk about. Jody is most embarrassed about this movie, Halloween H2O. H2O stands for water. Halloween 20 years from now, no one knows.
No one knows.
But good guess.
Halloween 20 years later.
Okay, so you know too.
I'm not embarrassed about that movie.
I thought you said you were. He only has 1 minute. What do you else do you want to say?
Well, I'd like to do another example of my.
You had to do that, right?
Let's talk about
You have
Halloween.
one question.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Is it better to be feared or respected? I say it's too much for both. With that in mind, I'd like to humbly present the crime drill. They say it's better to ask.
Yeah, you did.
I say no.
Very good.
Oh, what? I'm sorry. I missed
And
that.
you're not embarrassed.
Well,
Should he be embarrassed? 30 seconds about Halloween H2O.
Yes.
Should anyone
Yes,
be
you
embarrassed
should
about a
He
project
just
they
knocked
do?
on you, and he just
That
like a
was
fellow
like,
actor.
even though I've never seen it.
A lot of people have it.
He died
if
first,
you're in
too.
it, you should be embarrassed.
A lot of young
Jamie Lee
up-and-coming
Curtis,
stars- a lot of up-and-coming stars in that. Well, Robert, again, anytime coming back, you have a little, should I say, grassroots project that you're letting
Yeah,
lower life
I'm
like
going
me in?
to write a play, and we're going to have our little acting group here in Princeton perform it, and on YouTube. So stay tuned for that too.
And
That'd be
I don't
fun.
know if I'm being exploited.
Jody's gonna be directing.
Okay.
And
Maybe I should
you're
argue.
gonna, we got
I'm
a
still in
spot,
number
and
two.
I got a spot. And it's gonna be starring Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I'm excited. I want to be exploited.
Don't
by
I get
you.
a part?
You have a part. Yeah, you're the acting coach.
I'm the acting coach.
You're the bad acting coach. You always give bad advice.
And we're going to clear up a lot of things after we take some Stelazine. And this has been Breezing with Bierman, and we'll see you next month.